Hi, everybody. Happy Friday, or whenever you're listening. This reading we are going to do for Ostara, right? We're on the Equinox. We're also ending the retrograde. Now, I know some people didn't feel the retrograde energy as much. You know, I know a lot of it is dependent on the sign that you're in. I really felt it. I felt it was very heavy energy. Of course, you know, we're still in the tail end of it, even when it ends. So we still get a little, bit of that residual stuff. So we might not just feel super great all at once, energetically, I mean. So let's see what our guides want to tell us. We're going to start off with Archangel Michael. He came forward first. So first message is about letting go of that which you cannot control, and letting the divine or the universe or whatever you spiritually it calls to you, however you talk to spirit and your guides, but putting that into someone else to help you heal and resolve things. Here's the card. Sometimes we are too lacking. They tell me lacking in faith. I think some of us are sometimes so in our brain that we forget that there is hope, possibility, faith, and that we can hear guidance that will help us. We don't have to take every single thing on, especially for those of you who are listening, who really have felt like I have to do everything myself, or things don't get done if I don't do them. And, or if you are feeling like I am not in a position of power and I'm scared about things I see in media or whatnot, but I don't think I can change things, this message is for you. They want to let you know that that you're not alone, and that there's other things at play, and those things can help you, and they can help everyone. They can help us globally, help community. Okay, I hope that makes sense. We'll pull some other cards and see if they complement what that one is. So our next message from the Archangel Michael is, take your time making this decision. So again, it's not the best time sometimes, they say, during the retrograde to, sign contracts, buy take out loans, do things like that. And it's ending. However, I think that they're really telling us to think about whether or not we need to rush into something. So if some of you have been weighing on a decision, this could be a good time to let things unfold a little bit more, rest more, taking some more mindful moments, and let's see how things play out, right? See how things play out. And I mean, for those of you who have intuitively felt that, you've been on the fence, your intuition has called to you and you are like, I'm not sure about this move or this whatever. They're just affirming to Archangel Michael that you could take it. You could sit out for a minute. You could take a moment and a pause and see if other guidance will open up to you, or something better will open up to you. Especially if you felt like you were kind of settling for something that was just it was okay. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't the best thing. Okay, so that message is for you. Now, we're going to hear from a goddess who wants to come forward. So let's pull a message from our goddess deck, see which goddess wants to connect with us, see what the energy is about. I hear that this season, from this equinox to the next one, big changes. We're going to have a lot of big changes. I think not just community-wise, not just with ourselves personally, but there's going to be a lot of changes. And I think a lot of them are going to be for the better. That's great. That's good news, right? I feel like we could use good news. We could use good news right now. And then, okay, so two goddesses come forward. And, so always goddesses come forward whose names I can't pronounce. The first one is, and people who are Irish are probably going to be mad at me. Ootna. Easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So again, that is such a compliment to the other message about like knowing when to push forward, right? Knowing when to like bust open the barrier and knowing when we could slow down. And again, I feel like, this is pronounced, the guidebook tells you how to pronounce it. Yes, and I'm wrong once again. It's Ona? I still feel like that's wrong. Anyway, they always have language. I speak several languages, but it's always like one that I don't speak that comes up on these cards. So this goddess is the Celtic goddess, of course. And so there's some messages with this one that I think I'm going to read to you because I feel like they might hit you the right way. Don't worry about your purpose or your goals. Make no sudden moves. Slow, steady progress is best right now. Ease into your new life instead of rushing into it. Do your new work as a part-time venture to begin with while slowly exiting your old career. This is really a card about nurturing yourself. Let's see what else she wants to tell us. There is freedom at the end of the rainbow. That's what I just heard. There is freedom at the end of the rainbow, and you'll know it. Like you will know when it's time to move on or move forward or jump into something else new. You will hear it. It will be very clear. So if you have been, again, wishy-washy, like you're not certain about something, like a move or something like that, do take your time, plan, set your manifestations, set your intentions, and let things unfold. Trust that the universe is going to help you move forward in due timing. I know it's hard. Like, listen, I got a Virgo sun. I feel like I was born bossy. I was born wanting to be in charge of stuff. And sometimes to let somebody else be in charge, like the universe, it's hard, right? So, but they're really calling us to slow ourselves down, especially for those of you listening who've been at a really hectic pace. You know who you are, and you just feel like there's that exhaustion. I just feel it's so deep for many of us listening that we like exhaustion, like in your bones, right? Like exhaustion that no amount of extra sleep is going to cure. And I don't mean like the exhaustion from like for example, I was working in my yard all day over the weekend, and I felt like physically exhausted after. But I also felt energized because I was working with the dirt. I was like, raking, doing all kinds of stuff. So, and I enjoy that, and I enjoy being out in nature. So I felt like uplifted vibrationally, even though my body was exhausted. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like the mental exhaustion that is plaguing us. I also hear this from this goddess. Be cautious about how much time you're spending online. Oh, I mean a message for all of us, right? Be cautious about how much time you're spending online. Consider limiting your media consumption. Whatever, if when you're starting to feel a little bit, like dark with it, like that, to balance yourself. Okay. Our next goddess is Sedna. Infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrow. Sedna. I think I see, is that a dolphin? I see that might be, I don't know if that's a dolphin in there. I've been feeling like I've been connecting with dolphins of late. Have you been feeling that too? Like a lot of tree and dolphin energy? We're going to pull a card from another tree deck, because that's just what I hear. I just hear that there's a lot of messages from the trees. So we'll listen to that as well. So this goddess she's the Inuit, Eskimo, and Alaskan goddess of the sea who provides sustenance for the body and the soul. Okay, interesting. And key messages on this one are: don't worry about the future. Know that you'll always have enough to eat. Your needs will be provided for. Spend time at the ocean. Swim with the dolphins. I know that there's some connection with the dolphins. We're gonna get into these dolphins. Move to a beach or island community, go sailing or swimming. Okay, so let's see what she would like to tell us. The ocean has answers for you. So just like I felt like a lot of messages that in nature, same thing as with the sea, and that's what she's reinforcing there. So if you are someone who has like a water element in your chart, or you just always have loved living by the beach, or you feel connected to the water, or like a dolphin is your favorite animal or spirit animal, the goddess is talking to you. She tells me that she has so many messages that she wants to send to those of us here that will help us feel uplifted, that will help us feel inspired, that'll help us feel less chaotic. There's and also I hear her saying there's a lot of abundance right throughout the ocean, like the ecosystem of the ocean is providing for itself all the time, and we can tap into that energy. Don't buy into what you're being fed, like that there's like a finite limit to things and stuff like that, or that there's not enough for everybody. So if you take some time with even if you are not like actually in the water, right? Like I'm not a water person. I don't swim, so I'm not going in the water ever. But you could walk by water or the stream, or see some of these animals and see what kind of messages they're trying to send your way, right? Or maybe you see pelicans or other if you live near the water, right? Or you hear other messages, right? Okay, so now we're going to close off with a tree message. So if you listened the other day, midweek, I also had a tree message. But the trees want to tell us things. So let us hear what the trees have to say. Okay, and there's two messages. I hear there's two trees that want to pop out at us. The first one is the Bodhi tree. So here's the Buddha underneath the tree, and let's see a little bit about that one. So important new information is coming your way regarding a question that you asked. Now I'm gonna link at the end of this reading the midweek energy update, because that was the message then too, that what we had asked for, or questions that we had, or prayers that we asked for, we're going to be answered. So news is coming our way that is beneficial. So that's one message. If it's it could be like if you apply to a job, or some things I know will be subtle signs, but I think for other people, that's not what I see. I see like physical stuff, like letters, like paper, like things coming your way, like in your face signs, right? So, so be on the lookout for that, especially like, if it's like, if you applied for other jobs, or like you applied for rentals, or like whatever, you may be hearing something, some good news that way. For other folks, again, it might be more subtle. So, and the tree goes on to say, if you ask some questions about like relationships, heart stuff, right? You'll also receive some news, could be messages directly, but again, it could be other subtle signs that you'll notice. So yeah, don't be, so the advice on this, from this tree wisdom, is do not be in a hurry to have all the answers to all of your questions. The answers will arrive at the right time. So they're just reinforcing the same message that we got from Archangel Michael also, which sometimes they want to really nail it to us. They want to just really let us know, are you listening? Do take your time. Things will arise when they are meant to. Okay. So that's a great message. And then the next one we had was the dry tree. And so keywords on this one are fatigue, loss of energy, lack of motivation, lack of trust, difficulty communicating, need for change. Now we just are ending now the retrograde. So some of that difficulty communicating, maybe that's coming to an end for us at the end of the retrograde. But again, for our midweek energy update, that is what I saw. I saw a lot of heavy energy, like a lot of us just feeling like tired or like, run down or like really needing like a break, like a vacation day, a wellness day, something like that. And so this tree is telling us that they're acknowledging that we've been going through a difficult period, that we might have been having mental fatigue, right? Or even physical or lack of motivation, right? Like lack of being able to get started. And there's acknowledging that you might have had little faith in the future and your own resources, and you might have felt trapped by that. Or you felt like that stuck energy, and they want you to know that you should not feel discouraged and be on the lookout for important signs that may lead to positive resolution. So that is, again, very connected to past messages. If you've listened before that we've received, that they're going to send signs our way. So maybe it has felt not fruitful time period, and they are letting us know that that'll come to a close, and we'll see signs. It really, the message for us for this Ostara is that please lean into your faith. Lean into faith that things will move forward in a way that is positive for you, and you don't have to rush to it. You could take your time with decisions that you need to make, or if you felt a lot of heavy energy, think about being out in nature a little bit more. Think about being near trees. Think about getting out to the ocean, or the water or stream or anything, and maybe just sitting in contemplation for a few moments will uplift you. So that is your message, and your reading for the week for this equinox. I hope you stay well, and I hope you feel the energy of the guides with you, that you all have with you. And I hope that helps you feel uplifted. Okay?